There's only 2 in the bottom half of the draw at quarterfinals, 6 different flags next to the 8 players, making it the most diverse of all 5 disciplines. 3 players from China, as you can see, at quarterfinals, and 2 of them made it through to the semi-finals. And in fact, at semi-finals, we had 3 former champions: An Se-young, Akane Yamaguchi, and the defending champion, Wang Zhi Yi. So it set up an all-Chinese final. Sadly, An Se-young had to retire injured in her semi-final. And Wang Zhi Yi is currently number 2, but if she wins today's final, she will overtake An Se-young and go up to number 1. Han Yue, win or lose today's final, will go up 1 place to number 4. And I can tell you, Akane Yamaguchi, who was in the semi-final, is currently just outside that list at number 11. She will come in at number 10, so she will appear on that list after this week here in Changzhou. So the court officials are just making their way onto the courts. And Wang Zhi Yi trying to retain her title. The last women's singles player to win 2 consecutive titles here was, of course, Carolina Marin. Han Yue, the number 4 seed, playing in her 5th China Open. 2 years ago, she reached the quarterfinal, and prior to this year, that's the best she'd ever done in her home event. A 3rd final of the year, but it's a first ever Super 1000 final. And if she was to win today, it would be colossal, because she's never won a title above a 500 level. Wang Zhi Yi, last year's champion. A year ago, she beat Miyazaki of Japan in the final. This her 4th Super 1000 tournament final of the year. Well done, young lady. Seeing the defending champion onto court. In the previous 3 Super 1000 tournament finals, she's lost them all to An Se-young. This will be a 13th meeting between the 2, and Wang Zhi Yi has won the last 5. And the last time they met was in the semi-final of the Indonesia Open. So, Wang Zhi Yi has won the toss of the coin and chooses to start the near side of the court. Well, the defending champion is 25 years of age, from Shaanxi in Hubei province in central China, and she's enjoying her 36th consecutive week as world number 2. And as we saw on the race to the World Tour final, she's number 2 on the list there as well. 7th final of the year. And all of her matches, as you can see, in 2 straight games. Semi-final against the former champion and 3-time finalist Akane Yamaguchi. She had to come from 4-11 down in that opening game. Promptly won 7 of the next 8 points. But can she finally win a Super 1000 title this year? Han Yue stands in her way. Also 25 years of age and slightly shorter than her opponents. From Jiangzhou in Fujian province on the east coast of China. And earlier this week, she went up to equal her career high of 3. So it's an 11th week in total at her career high of 3. Her first 2 matches went the full distance. And then in the quarterfinals, she beat the Olympic bronze medalist Tunjun of Indonesia. She'd actually been 18-13 up in that second game, and then it got awfully close. And then in the semi-final, the reigning world and Olympic champion, An Se-young, who sadly had to retire injured midway through the second game. A persistent knee injury for An Se-young. Daniel Law of Hong Kong, China is our umpire for this one, and Brian Kliwon from Suriname, the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Wang Zhi Yi, China. And on my left, Han Yue, China. Wang Zhi Yi to serve, level, play.
So it is the defending champion, Wang Zhi Yi, nearest to us getting this final underway against Han Yue. That's gone just a fraction wide.
Oh, challenges.
Oh, good. My goodness, challenging on the very first point of a final. Crikey, that takes courage. She must have been absolutely certain that was wide. Wow. Good judgment. Good challenge.
1 love.
Well, Steen, I was saying that this lady in the all-red kit, and not only the defending champion, but a 7th final of the year. A 5th final in the last 5 tournaments played. And a 6th consecutive final at a World Tour event. To say she's consistent and consistently good is an understatement.
Yeah, it is. I think the women's single so far this year has had An Se-young as the clear and outstanding number 1. Then it's close between Wang Zhi Yi and Chen Yufei, 2nd. And then there's a group of persuaders. No, that's not the right one. A group of
chasers.
2-1.
That is trying to challenge them. We can also see in the world ranking Wang Zhi Yi and An Se-young. They are far ahead of the competition in terms of points scored. Both of them have over 100,000 points. But they played a really close final at the World Tour Finals. These 2 players, and I think Han Yue, she was in a winning position at a certain time in the 2nd game, and then there was one rally that seemed to change everything around. I think she was up 19-16, Han Yue, and had the first game.
Yeah, I remember it.
But normally Han Yue is more fond of a little bit more slower playing conditions, likes to use the full court to move her opponent around the court, patiently wait for an opportunity. I think the playing conditions here are a little bit better suited for Wang Zhi Yi.
That's a lovely net shot. Tight spinning net shot. Yeah, well done. Well, I said in the introduction, Steve, that if Han Yue was to win this one, it would really be outstanding, because she's never actually won a title above 500 level. And this is her first Super 1000 final. Yeah, that's good play from Wang Zhi Yi.
Service over.
Yeah.
But Steen, just listen to these stats about Chinese women's singles at this tournament. The players from China have won 25 of the previous 33 women's singles titles, 17 of the first 18, 23 of the first 25.
Wow.
Since the inception of the Super Series and World Tour, we've often talked about the fact we've had a golden era of women's singles, so their stats since the Super Series not as impressive. 7 of the 15, but of course it's going to be now 8 of 16, so 50%. But what's absolutely astonishing is that this is the 31st time in the 34th China Open that we've had the women's singles final feature at least one player from China.
Yeah. They have been the dominant nation in badminton, and particularly in female badminton. There has been challenges from time to time, but really, really dominant. Ooh. Yeah,
challenges call out.
I could see that have caught some part of the line, that smash from Han Yue, who in my opinion played a really, really good match, as long as it lasted yesterday against An Se-young. She played with extremely good pace. And that sort of speaks to her advantage here in the final.
So I'll buy the tees tonight, Steen. It was just wide. That's a good call by the line judge. If you can tell me the 3 previous years when no Chinese player was in the women's singles final.
Only 3 times. It's recent then.
It is. It is very recent.
Wang Zhi Yi was last year, 23.
3.
23.
The year before that, who won?
Was it Marin who won there? No, that was in 18-19 she won. I don't know,
The first time was 2014, 11 years ago. Saina Nehwal beat Akane Yamaguchi.
Wow.
You were right to mention Carolina Marin. In 2019, she beat Tai Su Ying. And 2 years ago, An Se-young beat Akane Yamaguchi. The only 3 times in the whole history of the China Open there hasn't been a China player in the women's singles final.
Wow. That's a wild stat.
It is, isn't it?
Missed it.
Wang Zhi Yi challenges call in.
Well, I thought it looked wide.
Well, obviously, so did Wang Zhi Yi. And you were both right.
question out.
So we're at the mid-game interval
11-4 interval.
with that challenge confirmed as successful. 11-4 the advantage to the defending champion, Wang Zhi Yi.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Play.
So 11-4, last year's champion, Wang Zhi Yi. Any ideas on perhaps what Han Yue should be trying to do here, Steve?
She's got to try and apply pressure, take control of the rallies. We've talked about it, that if you're attacking from the near side here, things are much easier. And one of the things when I say that Wang Zhi Yi is a little bit more suited for these playing conditions here, that it depends on technical skills. How many options do you have in certain positions? And if one player has more options than the other, that's a sign that they will be better equipped to play in fast playing conditions. If they have the same number or approximately the same number of options in the same situations, then it's dependent on the shot quality and the consistency. What pace can you execute in and still maintain a good level of execution without making errors? And I think Han Yue's got to try and put pressure on Wang Zhi Yi. If she's under little to no pressure, then she's got a lot of options.
That's gone wide.
So it's over. 5-13.
But it's a big lead that she's built.
Yeah,
Wang Zhi Yi.
and not only that, I mentioned that Wang Zhi Yi has won the last 5 encounters. So there's the psychology and the confidence that she must have coming into this final. Oh, that was going wide.
It was.
Nice clear. It looks to me as if she feels that she's got to play the perfect shot against her opponent. She's not giving herself any margin for error.
No.
Longest rally so far. How did she get that? How on earth did she reach that one?
So it's over. 6-14.
Late on that, and then manages to get the cross court, defends off the body. Fighting for every single point. And you sort of alluded to it in the last match, the men's singles. You know, the exuberance of youth, that you refuse to give up on a rally. And that's so good to see. And you're right, it should be happening on every single rally. And I think it does in large part with most of the world's elite players.
Yeah, and it's not only about that rally, it's about the attitude that You want your opponent to know that I'm never ever giving you a moment of peace and quiet. I'm always going to be there, chase everything.
Yep.
Play on.
A little stamp of frustration from Han Yue.
15-7.
Yeah, I can understand why. Look, she's there. And her opponent had backed off. Probably needn't have been that tight. It's also a question, Steve. I mean, we've talked about the fact that Wang Zhi Yi has come into this with huge confidence, having won the last 5 encounters. But it's also, Han Yue must be thinking, you know, oh, here we go again. What do I have to do to win?
Yeah, exactly.
On the back line, that's a lovely shot.
Serves over. 8-16.
Very good quality.
Brilliant. Fabulous rally. And it's still going. Oh, wow. Brilliant.
The arm raised after winning the rally. What would happen if the loser of the rally also raised her arms? And, yeah, I played a fantastic rally and I'm going to get you. We never see that.
It was interesting, you know, Steve, as that rally was in progress, I was watching the difference in the movement between the two players. Both are strong athletes, both have got strong legs, but somehow this lady we're looking at right now has smoother movement.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's because she's more in the crouch position as she moves, almost like a cat about to pounce on its prey.
I feel that Wang Zhi Yi's movement is quite sort of energy effective, whilst Han Yue is effective. It's effective movement, but she's also spending a lot of energy.
And it somehow looks more laboured, whether it is or not. That's the way it looks.
Yes.
Oh, this is absolute domination in this opening game by Wang Zhi Yi. The second final in 2 weeks. Lost last week in the final to Han Se-young. Game point opportunities.
20. Game points 8.
Opening game, 21-8
First game
in
won by
favour of Wang Zhi Yi.
21-8.
18 minutes for that opening game, and my goodness me, the defending champion is playing well.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Second game. Level play.
So Wang Zhi Yi, one game to the good. 21-8 in the opening game against Han Yue. Oh, that's lovely. And she simply has to take more initiative, doesn't she?
She has to take initiative, and that was a good rally here. The first push made it difficult for Wang Zhi Yi to get the correct length and then attack and get a little bit of help from the drift. So we should definitely not rule anything out. And there was the first game. There was some good rallies, many good rallies, but with Wang Zhi Yi winning most of them. Some of the excitement compared to that men's singles where it was really, really tight, that was missing in the first game. I hope we get that here in the second.
Yeah, so do I.
That she gets a little bit more success, Han Yue. It was important to take the initiative from the service situation. The first 4 shots, super important.
Oh, lucky net cord. Raises her hand in apology.
I noticed that Wang Zhi Yi played a lot to Han Yue's backhand in the first game. That surprised me a little bit. I think she's more variated, Han Yue, from her backhand side than from her forehand. That's a little bit safer place to play for Wang Zhi Yi. It's gone long.
Serves over. 2-all.
Oh, it's found the back line.
3-2.
Steen, I briefly mentioned that the last player to win 2 consecutive women's singles titles here was Carolina Marin in 2018 and 19. And I have to say, I think the win in 2019 in her first major tournament after knee surgery was probably one of the greatest comebacks of all time.
Yeah, that's right.
Another very, very good rally. And another rally won by Wang Zhi Yi.
4-2.
It was only her second tournament after knee surgery, I think.
That's right.
She lost in, was it the first round of
Yes,
the Vietnam
it was to
Open?
Ketong.
Yeah.
Was it Korea?
No, it was Vietnam, I think.
Vietnam, that's right.
And then she came here to the China Open as defending champion and promptly won the title.
The rumors are that she might want to do a comeback in a whole tournament in European Championships next year, Carolina Marin. I don't know if it's a real comeback or a farewell tournament at the same time, but she's definitely had a share of bad luck in terms of the knee injuries.
That's well taken.
So it's
Very
over.
well taken.
3-5.
What would happen with that then, Steen? Because she's not got a protected ranking. She has chosen not to have a protected ranking. Would she get a wild card?
That's probably what they would hope for.
She could come up against the #1 seed in the first round.
That could be unpleasant for the #1 seed.
Oh, look at that! What a shot!
Service over.
What athletic ability
6.
from Wang Zhi Yi. Take a look at this. I think she jumped from the base position in the centre of the court. Fabulous.
Seven, 3.
Well, she's got to try something different now, I think, Han Yue.
Yeah. The problem is that she's not, that's not her key competence, doing something different. Her key competence is doing something really, really good and keep on doing it. And doing something different, that would be a gamble. Wow.
9.
She seems totally confident, Wang Zhi Yi, and if we look back at her results in this tournament, first round 16-9, second round 15-13, quarterfinals 16-11, semi-final against Yamaguchi 22-20 and 21-11. She's been absolutely dominant.
Well, she has, especially against Yamaguchi, that opening game, 22-20, she'd been 4-11 down.
Yeah.
So from that position on, she's been dominant.
Yeah, completely.
That's nice, though, from Han Yue. Super. We talked, I think it was yesterday, in her semi-final against Yamaguchi about her variation on attacking shots, and that sliced, angled across court. A perfect example. It's not all power. Variation in pace, variation in angle, variation in placement.
Oi.
So it's over. 5-10.
I also think Han Yue looks a little bit more subdued today than yesterday against An Se-young. She came in against An Se-young really well and was about ready to challenge her and played with pace and so on. Here it just feels like, maybe because they know each other inside out, that she doesn't really have any countermeasures.
Yeah, and it's not just that maybe that she's lost the first 5 international matches. You know, if she's losing to Wang Zhi Yi in training the whole time and practice, then psychologically you do start thinking, I don't know how to beat this person.
Yeah. Good play.
It's gone wide. And Wang Zhi Yi
interval.
goes to the mid-game interval here in the second game with a 5-point advantage, having already won the opening game.
Seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 6. Play.
So a game and 11-6 the advantage for this lady. Wang Zhi Yi. Oh, it's just long.
12-6.
And that's the thing, it's difficult to open up the court for Han Yue.
Oh, that's good judgment. Because she's hitting with the drift.
She's hitting with the drift and was forced to play a more aggressive game or a more passive game. That's a good one. Whoa!
Oh, good retrieving. Oh, couldn't reach that one.
7-12.
Good placement by Han Yue. Going back to the psychology thing, Steve, I wonder if Wang Zhi Yi is also feeling, you know, once she saw that poor old Se Young had to retire injured, and she probably thought, right, finally.
This is my chance.
This is my chance.
Yeah.
So she's going to be buoyed by the fact that she's not for a 4th time this year meeting Se Young in the final of a Super 1000 event.
But I think, yeah, and Han Yue should have the same feeling and say, okay, this is a good chance. It's not certain that it's going to resurface again in the near future.
7.
But I think the good start from Wang Zhi Yi sort of on the non-preferred side, that was a big blow to Han Yue's chances. And well done by Wang Zhi Yi.
Oh, she's missed it. That's a big miss from Han Yue.
14-7.
It was the sideline in question.
Good play.
That's over. 8-14.
Got to the first one, Wang Zhi Yi, and that also makes it a little bit easier for her to play defense, that she knows that Han Yue is very unlikely to play a punch clear. That would not at all be out of the question in the slower playing hall. But here, with the drift, that's just not happening, and that means Wang Zhi Yi can focus all her attention on the mid-court, front-court area. There was the punch clear from the opposite side.
Nice.
9-14. you.
Good play. Those flat
10,
pushes
14.
there has proven efficient.
And all of a sudden it seems believable again, doesn't it?
It's not the same domination in the rallies from Wang Zhi Yi at the moment.
Four straight points. And now only 3 points the deficit. Nice. And look at the reaction there, Steve.
That was an important point for Wang Zhi Yi.
15-11.
Perfect.
16-11.
Wow, that really was perfect.
Yeah.
So is that.
It's really been a good service return
Serves over.
for Han Yue. I'm a little
12,
surprised that she hasn't
16.
used the flick serve a bit more, Wang Zhi Yi.
Finds the back line again.
Service over. 17-12.
Lovely punch clear.
Service over. 13-17.
Good body smash. Good variation.
Serves over. 18-13.
Off balance. Always landed in. That's a perfect lift. And 2 tantalising points away from her
19,
second consecutive
13.
title here at the China Open. Wang Zhi Yi. Once again, leaping from the base position in the centre of the court to play the winner.
13.
It is 7 match point opportunities for Wang Zhi Yi. to win her first Super 1000 title of the year when contesting her 4th final. Nice punch clear. First time of asking. 4th time lucky. There was nothing lucky about that from Wang Zhi Yi. Her 4th Super 1000 final of the year, and finally she wins a title. 2 straight games.
Match won by Wang Zhi Yi, 21-8, 21-13.
38 minutes for the victory. In total, her 2nd title of the year, to go with the Malaysia Masters, where she also beat her opponent of today. But there's somehow poetic justice, I think, Steve, that finally she's won a Super 1000 this year.
Yeah, great performance throughout the week, and good celebration. She's a happy winner. She's not that good at throwing her headband, though. Oh no.
Yeah, somebody's got it, but they've lost their thunderstick. Harmony in the crowd. Yes, wins the title without dropping a game. Her 2nd final in 2 weeks.
And the racket goes as well. That was close to where Zhang Jun was sitting.
Well, they're climbing into the VIP area. That could be a little dangerous, that. Fortunately, no VIP people there at that moment.
I noticed when Xiu Qi threw his racket, there was a bit of wrestling going on.
This is the final rally. Out manoeuvring Han Yue. A couple of punch clears that had been in that final rally before the wayward backhand from Han Yue and the opportunity to play the winner. Finally, that celebration says to me that she's thinking finally.
4th time lucky.
21-8, 21-13 in 38 minutes. Wang Zhi Yi retains her China Open title.
世界巡回赛超级预选赛女子单打颁奖仪式现在开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, in tonight's presentation of women's singles of the CHN Open 2025 HSBC BWF World Tour Super 1000 now begins.
有请获奖运动员和颁奖嘉宾入场。
Now let's welcome the finalists and the presenters.
So to the prize presentation for the women's singles finalists.
获得女子单打亚军的是来自中国的韩悦。
Well, it's been a big step forward in her career. Her first ever final at Super 1000 level for Han Yue.
来自中国的王芷怡。
But for Wang Zhi Yi, defending her title that she won last year. It's a second Super 1000 title for her in her career. Oops, almost gave the trophy to the wrong player. Well, I think Han Yue was just handed her mobile phone. She's going to have a selfie in a minute after the formal photographs.
You're taking a picture of the photographers.
No, she's put the phone away now. Well, it was a dominant performance by Wang Zhi Yi.
And with that nice check there, she's closing in on the $1 million career earnings. I think she's 50,000 short or something like that. That's impressive.
Well, we have one more final to come, and it's the men's doubles. And it is the new pair of Alfian and Fikri from Indonesia up against Aaron Shah and Soeid from Malaysia. Welcome back to Changzhou. Finals day here at the Victor China Open, and just one more final to come. Alfian and Fikri in the final in only their second